Hello, my name is Rachel Oswald, and I'm going to talk about a functional analysis. A functional analysis, also known as an FA, is an arrangement of the environment that will separate different conditions to show the functions of problem behavior. These conditions are play, ignore, attention, escape and demand, and intangible. Typically, a functional analysis is made up of four conditions, which are the control condition of play, ignore, attention, and escape and demand. Some FAs, as conducted by Day et al. 1988, also include a test condition, including tangible items. All FAs should be flexible and individual to the individual. Running an FA. A functional analysis is a way to determine the function of behavior that is more precise than completing an indirect assessment or completing an antecedent behavior in consequence data. Each condition are individually run to prevent crossover from other conditions. Each condition are run in alternating patterns for 15 minutes. Behaviors that are exhibited during the conditions are recorded. The conditions in which behaviors occur are the hypothesized functions of the child's behavior. The conditions are repeated to ensure the behaviors occur consistently under specific conditions. Multiple individuals should be trained to run the FA to prevent person-specific effects. Iwata et al. 1994. Under the play condition, the individual has non-contingent access to preferred items. These items can include food, such as cookies and fruit snacks, toys, and social interactions, such as tickles and singing. During the play condition, no demands are placed on the individual. The individual is tracked for behaviors. Due to the non-contingent access, behavior should be low. There are no factors that create a motivation for behavior, seeing as there is no demand placed. The play condition function as control to see what the behaviors are at baseline with no contingencies, undivided attention, and free access to items. The person running the FA should be in close proximity to the individual. Even in proximity, the individual should be able to play by themselves if desired or engage in cooperative play. The person running the FA will provide social praise and brief physical contact, if applicable, roughly every 30 seconds. The individual is placed in a room alone without access to toys or other objects. Behaviors that occur in the alone condition are ignored or neutrally redirected. The purpose of having no external stimulation was to create an environment that is boring. It was shown by Rynkover 1979 that self-stimulatory behavior is motivated through self-produced reinforcement of a sensory nature. The alone condition is ran until apparent stability in the level of behaviors is observed. Unstable levels of responding persist in all conditions or until the FA period of multiple trials have been ran. During the attention condition, attention is withheld from the individual. The individual is taken to a room full of toys and is told to play with them while the person conducting the FA does some work on the opposite side of the room. This is to see if there are any behaviors that are evoked by the removal of the attention. When behaviors occur, mild attention is provided in the form of a verbal reprimand or verbal statements, such as, "Don't do that, you'll hurt someone." Problem behavior that occurs during the attention condition can be assumed that the function of the behavior is social positive reinforcement. Present educational activities that are appropriate in the level for the individual. Some educational tasks could be sorting, stacking blocks, putting puzzles together, or folding napkins. Pick items that the child would not engage in spontaneously. During the session, seated at the table, the instructor would present the task one after another. The instructor would allow the individual 3 to 5 seconds to respond, which is based on the individual's latency period. After the latency period, if the individual failed to respond, first start off with a verbal prompt. If the individual still does not respond, model the task. If there is still no response after the modeling, go in with a physical prompt with the least amount of contact. Provide social praise at the end of the trial, regardless of the behaviors. If behaviors were to occur, terminate the trial. Do not continue trial until a minimum of 30 seconds has passed without challenging behaviors. This will show whether behaviors are reinforced by negative reinforcement as a result of escape or avoiding demand situations. Carr, 1977. Tangible condition. Allow the individual to have preferred items for a few minutes. Tell them it's your turn and take the preferred item. The child should have access to neutral toys, meaning that they're not preferred, but they're also not unpreferred. Adult attention is still provided, being that it is not the attention condition. When problem behavior arises, the preferred items are returned. Things to be aware of. Running conditions to identify the functions of behavior may increase the behavior's intensity. Due to the increase in intensity, the individual should be monitored in conditions that produce self-injurious behavior. When engaging in aggression or property destruction, individuals should be monitored closely to prevent harm to self or others. If not monitored, the FA can produce undesired behaviors that are not being assessed. The FA conditions may elicit the appearance of a new undesired behavior. Before implementation of FA procedures, they should be looked over by a Grand Rounds team. A Grand Rounds team is a group of professionals in the field that will look at who, what, when, where, why, and how of the procedures to make sure there is nothing that may be potentially dangerous to the participant. They will make sure there is a valid reason for running the functional analysis. They are only to be run when indirect or direct measures are unsuccessful at providing a function. Thank you for watching this presentation.